All right. This video I wanted to talk real quick about a little bit more about this Enemy Belligerent Interrogation, Detention, and Prosecution Act of 2010. All right. And every time I look, things just get gradually worse and worse and worse. All right. Now, I've been saying for a while that the only thing worse than Barack Obama would have been John McCain as president, or John McCorpse is what I like to call him, because I'm not really sure if he's clinically alive. He's decomposing badly. And every time I look, the situation just gradually descends more into this dystopian, draconian type, Stasi-like, snitch-based society, right? Where everybody's a terrorist, right? You have no recourse to defend yourself whatsoever in the court of public opinion. And now, right, they're just outright saying that if you have a certain political belief, so to speak, that you can basically be detained as a potential threat to the U.S. government. And it's just absolutely unbelievable. It's prima facie evidence that John McCain is not a conservative by any stretch of the imagination. And if you're living in Arizona, I vote that piece of shit out of office. All right, 28 years is too long. Okay. And independent, right? Joe Lieberman, who's really just a spokesperson for the neocons, claiming to be an independent, right? He had to jump ship and become an independent so that he wouldn't lose his his party's endorsement. So this just goes to show these people are not. I wouldn't even call them American citizens. I mean, maybe they should be detained. Maybe they should be. They should have the military come and detain them and take them away from their friends and family, never to be seen of again, with no recourse, no ability to have a trial of your peers. But I wanted to expound a little bit on if you read, you can click over to the link in the description. Actually, read the meat of it, the meat and potatoes, and it has to do with number 5 here. The bill asks the president to determine a criteria for designation an individual as a high-value detainee if he or she, right? And there's 5 points here, but I'm going to zip right to number 5. Such other matters as the president considers appropriate. Now, that is very disturbing. All right? If you're not disturbed by that, then you are either in an abysmal state of denial as to the current affairs, or you just can't fucking read. All right? They're basically saying that they can designate anyone because of their political or religious, for that matter, beliefs, and designate them as a potential belligerent enemy to the United States without committing any crime whatsoever. All right? And then, of course, it goes on to say the president must submit regulations and guidance to the appropriate committees of Congress no later than 60 days after the enactment. So he can retroactively get it legalized. And we've already seen how that works with the Bush administration. Okay, this didn't start with Obama. It's just getting worse. Okay, for all you people out there that still have this delusional change thing going on, you need to get with it. And this is very disturbing. They passed the Patriot Act, right? And with the Joe Stack situation, this guy John Bedell, and all of a sudden they're bringing forth this bill, right? Which, as I said in a previous video, I see is kind of a buffer to the Patriot Act, and they're basically going to use this, right? They're not creating this bill for no reason. Okay, they've been using the Patriot Act for years against U.S. citizens for non-terrorism related crimes, and that's a fact. Okay, look it up. Do some research. Don't sit here and call me tinfoil hat wearer because I know how to read. So if they pass this bill, they're going to use it. All right, and this bill was designed for people like me, and possibly you if you're watching this. All right, this is not a fucking joke, folks. This is not a game anymore. And it's just very disturbing. Okay, everybody knows about the truthers. Everybody knows about the birthers. Everybody knows about the end the fetters to end the Federal Reserve, right? And all the president, right, has to do on a whim, according to this bill, should it pass, is just designate this entire group of people, which could be millions of people, hundreds of thousands to millions of people, with one fell swoop as potential threats to the U.S. government. I mean, this is absolutely insane. All right, it's one thing to know that this is all going down, and it's another thing to see it actually happen. All right, so it's really, sometimes I just can't believe what's going on, what kind of warped reality we're really living in. So I encourage everyone, right, first of all, in Arizona, vote that piece of shit out, right? And everyone to call their representatives and raise holy hell about this particular bill. And make sure that they don't vote for it. This is absolutely ridiculous, okay? Because they can take a statement that you made, you know, a year ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, a petition you signed, right? And retroactively say, well, this person may still hold these beliefs, and just go ahead and arrest you. The U.S. military could come in here, right, and just take me away. Hopefully I get it on tape. And that's just very disturbing. I don't think people realize what is going on here. All right? So people need to fucking start getting on the horn. Get on the phone, motherfuckers. Call people. Make some noise. This is getting pretty fucking scary. All right? So I encourage people to just spread not necessarily this video, but this information around, and just sit down in front of a webcam and talk to people and say, look, this is not a joke. All right? And this is really disturbing. All right? They're spying on our phone calls. They track people's cell phones, which is old news, right? If you've been paying attention, right? I mean, it's just unbelievable. But they're spying on everything, all in the name of fighting terrorism. And whenever a major event almost happens or does happen in the United States, it's always fake. All the time. Every time. Right? So I don't know. I don't think people understand that this country has been co-opted by Nazis. All right? And it happened before Obama. It actually happened a long time ago, but it really, Clinton pumped some horse steroids into it when they blew up Oklahoma City building. And that was a totally inside job. It's well documented. So just get this information. Just let people know about this particular potential bill. And fire John McCain. Fire that piece of shit. Get him out of office. All right? He is nowhere near what a traditional Republican or constitutionalist or conservative is. He has absolutely nothing to do with it. So please get this information out and just try to expound how serious this situation truly is. All right? Our rights to have a voice, to think how we want, and to be free are totally on the line here. All right? This is not a fucking joke. And I ain't going to some goddamn fucking camp. I'll tell you that much. It ain't going to happen. So anyway, spread this information around, all right? It's just fucking unbelievable.